Guys, welcome back to another video. So I am headed to the library. We got our school done for the day. We actually got started really early today, so we were done like right when Adam got home. He got home early too. And then we had lunch. We just had some leftover chicken burgers. I forgot to get a video of them, but they were delicious. Adam made them last night. He used ground chicken and then seasoned it and everything and made burger patties out of it and then made them on the smoker. And we had bacon and Swiss on them. They were so good. Anyway, so we had lunch. We finished school for the day. And now I am heading to the library. Railroad traffic. I have a couple books to return. One was this cookbook of Tucker's. I had to like write down recipes because squirrel, I almost hit it. Whew. Don't do that, squirrel. There were a bunch of recipes in here that he wanted, and so we were late in returning it because I had to write down the recipes. I couldn't find them online, so yeah. Anyway, so I have a book on hold that I need to pick up. It's going to be our next book club book. Garrett's disappointed because they were doing Wings of Fire, and there are 15 books. Somebody gonna go? There are 15 Wings of Fire books, in the main series. And the first meeting they did 1 through 5, and we missed that one. Or no, I can't remember now. We missed one for some, oh no, we missed Tucker's that was for the Warrior books, but. So we went to the meeting that was the first 5 books of Wings of Fire. And then the second meeting, Garrett had made a trivia game because they asked everyone to bring something to do or like share, like some people were doing bookmarks and stuff like that, and Garrett made this trivia game, and we spent all this time making this spinning wheel and all this stuff, and we were going to bring it to the next meeting for books 6 through 10, and then he got sick, and so we didn't get to go. We didn't want to go get anybody else. Like, he was fine that day, but we didn't want to spread germs. And so I messaged the group and I was like, hey, are we still doing Wings of Fire for the third group, or for the third meeting? Because Garrett made a game for everybody to play and he's really excited, and and to finish books 11 through 15. And then they decided to do a whole different book next month. So he's disappointed, but we're gonna get this book, and it's actually for both of their age groups. It's for 9 to 12, so it's like a tween book club. And so Tucker didn't want to go to the last ones because he hasn't read the Wings of Fire books, but now they're doing a whole different book, and so I'm just going to get it from the library. I have it on hold, so I'm going to pick up the copy of this book, and then we're all going to read it together. Because if y'all don't know, we use Easy Peasy for homeschool. We do add on some stuff, like I have a whole Texas history unit that I'm going to be doing, but we decided not to start that until January because it's not like a full year study. It's just however long it takes, but it'll probably only take us a couple months. So I'm going to start it in January because I think March is Texas History Month, and so we'll be done by March probably, and then we can like go to the Alamo and stuff. The boys have never been. But yeah, so I'm adding on Texas history, and then they also do extra, like I have handwriting stuff for them to do. We have an extra language arts workbook just to cover like, the basic rules of grammar and all that stuff, because the language arts and Easy Peasy, some of it is like for grammar and stuff, but a lot of it is just more writing, and which uses grammar obviously, but they need a refresher on how to use punctuation and how to do this and that. So the workbook's good for that. And then, so reading, it's all right. Like, I'm not mad at it. It's good enough. But, like, Garrett just read Call of the Wild, and he liked that well enough. Oh, I need to try to find White Fang. That's what Garrett said he wanted to read. He liked that well enough, but I don't like the way, I don't know, it's just always write a review of what you read today and write this and that. It's just kind of neat. And then Tucker read Swiss Family Robinson, and he liked it all right, but But I would rather us read something together and then all come up with things for us to do. I've said this before years ago, and then we stopped doing it, and I don't know why. I would rather just read books we want to read and enjoy. Like, yes, they need to read the classics and blah, blah, but sometimes we do read those. So we're going to get this book. I forget what it's called. Wonder? The Wonder? I don't know. I'll show you. But we're going to get this book, and we're going to do this one now since I got the book, and book club's in a couple weeks. So we can finish that, and then we're going to do The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, just because they've never read it, and I thought it would be fun right around Christmas time too. So anyway, I'm going to go in here. I got to get White Fang. I got to get the book I reserved, and then Tucker will have... I need to figure out how many books I can check out. My limit's 20, but I'm going to get White Fang, the book I reserved, and then I'm going to get Tucker a couple more books to read. He didn't want to come pick some out. He told me to look for some more of... He's liking the I Survived books. And these are the graphic novels, which are cool, but he also likes just the regular books. Anyway, I'm going to run in here and see what they have, and I'll be back. Okay, so I just got done at the library. Can you hear me? It's hot. I've seen other people post things about getting snow already, and I wish we ever even got snow. Like once every... I've probably seen snow 4 times in my life. Really? In like 2021 when it snowed? Like when Texas froze over? I think it was 2021. That was the most snow I've ever seen in my life. Like it was crazy. The other times in my life it was like a dusting and mostly ice. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I got the book we had on hold. This is apparently going to be a car vlog. So this is Wonder. This is what we're going to read for book club. Tucker likes these who was or what was kind of books. And the other day he got some different ones. He got Bigfoot, and then he got the Loch Ness Monster, and like different like cryptid type things. And so we're from Texas, so of course he's got to read the one about the chupacabra. I think it's funny because they made that scarier than most of the other ones are. The other ones are like big-headed. Like there's one about a Yeti. I'll put a picture of it here if I can find it. It's just like this goofy-looking cartoon Yeti with like a giant head, like a bobblehead. Why does this one actually look scary? Anyway, we saw this one last time. We didn't pick it up, and then we were laughing, saying that it was Duncan. I got him that one, and then I got him a Magic Treehouse graphic novel, Midnight on the Moon. I don't know if he's read this one. It says it was new in September, so I don't know if he's read that one yet. But he likes these and the regular Magic Treehouse books. He just loves graphic novels, so anything I can find this graphic novel that's interesting to him, I'll get. And then, like I said, he's been liking these I Survived books. So most of them are like fiction. So I found a graphic novel version of The Shark Attacks of 1916. I don't know if he's read this one yet or not. And then these two are, you know, in the fiction section. So they're based, if you've never heard of them, they're based on true events. So it's historical fiction, but the people in the book weren't really there. So it's like a survival story from an event that actually happened by people who didn't exist. But it's really cool. Like, it's educational, it's historical fiction. So I got I Survived the Black Death of 1348. And then I Survived the Galveston Hurricane, 1900. I don't think he's read this one either. Yeah, these are not graphic novels. These are actual books. And then I found one that is true stories. I Survived Courageous Creatures and the Humans Who Helped Them. I don't know if he's read any of these. He didn't want to come with me, but I don't think he's read these, but yeah. So I got him those, and I picked myself up a couple of things. I got this one, Last One Out. I just always like look at the new stuff. I've checked this out before, but I didn't get around to reading it, and I'm almost done with the book I'm reading. It's got good reviews and bad reviews on Goodreads. I don't know. I've never heard of this author, Steph Nelson, but it sounded kind of interesting. I haven't read like a thriller type thing in a while. I've been reading other stuff. So got that. And James Patterson and Emily Raymond. I don't know who Emily Raymond is. On Goodreads it says this read kind of like a young adult novel, but I don't know. It said it was a good short read, which is what I need because I'm busy, but it's called Emma on Fire. I didn't even read what it's about, but it's a pretty short book, and It's pretty well rated on Goodreads. So, like I said, apparently this is a car vlog now. I'm about to head home. I don't know how much I showed you this morning, but we have started decorating for Christmas. We have our tree up. We did get a new tree, and I just sold the old one on Facebook Marketplace this morning, so that paid for like most of the new one. The tree's up, but it's not decorated, and it's super pretty. I love it. It almost looks real. I'm in love with my tree. We got rid of the snowy one because of the puppy, and I was tired of vacuuming up snow and all of that mess. But I got most of the other stuff up except for stuff that needs batteries, like my string lights and stuff. So I got to make a whole list of all the batteries that need to get. So we need to do those and decorate the tree. Adam put our blow-ups up outside, so we're pretty much decorated for Christmas, unless I, you know, gather new things here and there like I do. But yeah, I need to go home. I need to clean out the fridge, and I want to make Sherry got the boys a bunch of Halloween candy. She always makes them like a little bag full of candy, and it had the Reese's Take 5s in it. And if you've never had one, it's the best candy bar in the whole world. It's like pretzels and peanuts and peanut butter and caramel and chocolate. It's so good. So good. But they only sell them in like little bags of 10 when it's not a holiday, or like for Halloween. I think the bags were bigger, but I don't know. But I want some more. Anyway, I'm not really a big candy bar person, but those are really, really good. And I don't want to pay $6 for a little bag of 10 of them at H-E-B or Walmart. I can't remember where I found it, but that's the only size bag they have. Unless you want to order them online, and then you get like 300 of them, and I do not want that many. So I found a Copycat type thing. Of course, I printed it out and it didn't print, so I don't have it now, but I'll try to find another one. But I'm going to make some homemade Take 5 bars, I think, if I can do it. Adam, I sent him a list this morning and he grabbed some ingredients, so we're going to try to make that. I'm going to clean out the fridge, and I think I'm going to forget about decorating for the rest of the day. I've been stressed out about it for a couple days. And I'm going to finish editing a video and finish my book I'm almost done with, and then just kind of take it easy today. It's Saturday. The boys are probably going to go out and play with their cousins for the rest of the day. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to head home, do a little bit of cleaning, maybe make that candy, and edit a video and relax. Okay, so these are the sort of Copycat Reese's Take 5 bars I made. I used some waffle-shaped pretzels. Take 5 bars have peanuts in them, so instead I just got crunchy peanut butter, so I didn't have to buy peanuts too. And then the peanut pieces are smaller. I got some chocolate chips and some caramel bits, and we're going to make some homemade candy bars. I just melted my chocolate in the microwave for a couple seconds, stirred it up, did it again, until it was all melted. And a lot of these recipes, you see them put the pretzels on the bottom and only the top has chocolate. But I was thinking of it more like a candy bar, and so the chocolate's on both sides. So we put the chocolate on the bottom on some sprayed parchment paper, and Adam helped me put this in here while I held it still. And then we're going to start sticking in our pretzels to make an even layer across the bottom. I tried to make them all nice and even, that way when I cut them up, each piece had a pretzel in it. And I'm just going to stick these down in the chocolate, and then we'll put these in the fridge for like 5 to 10 minutes, just until the chocolate sets up, and then we'll start adding on our other ingredients. While those were in the fridge, I started melting my caramel too. I did add a smidge of water to this to help it melt a little better. And next time I'm going to use like some caramel ice cream topping or something, because you do have to keep these in the fridge, or at least put them in the fridge. And once I put something in the fridge, I keep it there. So this caramel did get a little hard, so you have to let these like sit out for a minute before you want to eat one, because the caramel is too hard. So next time I'm going to try something else, but this was delicious. It just wasn't my favorite caramel. So I just poured my caramel on top. I think I used half the bag for this. And then I got it all spread out evenly and put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the peanut butter. I went ahead and just microwaved it in the jar to make it easy. And I used almost the whole jar, I think. Probably 3/4 of it. And I just got this all spread out on top and put it back in the fridge for about another 10 to 20 minutes until it was kind of hardened enough to be able to pour on some more chocolate. Next came the rest of the chocolate. I did end up using about 1.5 bags of chocolate chips for this, and I did a mixture of milk chocolate that I bought for these and some semi-sweet I already had in the fridge. So this is a mixture of both. You can use whatever kind of chocolate you want. Dark chocolate would be good too. And then I decided to sprinkle a little sea salt on top, and these turned out fantastic. I just stuck these in the fridge while we were eating dinner, and then I cut them up after we were done eating, and then I just let them sit for about 5 minutes before we ate one, and these were delicious. Definitely worth trying, but like I said, I would use a different caramel. By the way, guys, ignore me if I sound weird. My nose is a little stuffy, but I wanted to get this video done because they've been so far apart. But for dinner, we're making some chunky beef stew. So I have about a 2.5 pound, did that even make sense? A sirloin tip roast that's about 2.5 pounds. There we go. And we just chunked this up into bigger bite-sized pieces, and we're throwing this in the crock pot. Of course, this was started earlier in the day, but I'm just putting it all together for you to see. We seasoned that meat with some salt and pepper. And then we're going to add in a packet of au jus gravy mix and a ranch seasoning packet. I don't think we've ever made stew with ranch in it before. Like, I used to see people put ranch on everything, and I'm like, that's just a little much. But this turned out delicious, so I'm on Team Ranch packet now. So, if you think it's going to be too much, just try it. I promise it's good. Then we're going to add in a can of spicy V8 juice, and we put the lid on this and let it cook on high for about 3 hours, and then we'll come back to it later and add in the rest. Okay, so after about 3 hours, our meat was starting to get tender, and so we added in some cut up potatoes and carrots, and I think we added in a little bit of water and some butter, and we just let this cook on high for another 2 hours or so, and then we're going to throw in our peas. We do use frozen peas, but we threw them in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to like thaw them out, and then we're going to throw those in and let it cook for another 30 minutes or so. This ended up being kind of a chilly, rainy night, and this turned out so good. So I highly recommend this one. We'll definitely be making it again. Thank you guys so much for spending the day with me and spending some time with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next one.